It's Monday night, 4 o'clock in Los Angeles, 6 o'clock in Chicago, and it's 7 p.m. in New York City. Hello, everybody. I'm Mad Dog DeCipio, joined as I am each and every week by the Pitbull, Amelia, the Pitbull Chapman. I also call her the mouth of the South, the mouth that roared, pain in the arse. What are we tonight, Amelia?
Let's see, tired of working.
Tired of working.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
with us, the Rowdy Rev himself. It's
Hey.
always occasion when the Rowdy Rev Pastor. How you doing, Pastor?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm great. We got a very special show tonight. Those of you who are tuning in, expecting to hear from Stephanie Dudley. Well, let me give you a little heads up. Stephanie Dudley, the amputee on the move, was supposed to be our special guest tonight. However, she's having some post-surgical issues.
Yes.
So she will not be joining us tonight. We do, however, have a different kind of a gem in the rough. Pastor Steve Kwiatkowski is here. Always a special occasion when the Rowdy Rev joins us. So we will have, I assure you, we'll have plenty to talk about. So tonight is going to be open forum.
Yes.
Anything goes. We are also going to tell everybody watching and listening on radio and on YouTube, Facebook, and around the world on whatever video platform you may be listening to, what's on your mind tonight? Join us in our chat. So I'm opening up, and it's a rare occasion, folks. Take advantage of it.
Absolutely rare.
Tonight, I might even engage you in some conversation. So with that, how the fuck is everybody?
Hanging in there. I had a busy day today.
Oh my gosh.
You got like 3 different churches.
I do.
Let's talk about that's a great subject to talk about. You're juggling 3 churches. You have, of course, Union Protestant Church, which is your home church.
Yep.
And you've got St. Paul's, which is a Catholic, is it Presbyterian church. And you have
a Roman Catholic.
St. Andrews, what is it?
Aloysius.
St. Aloysius. I knew there was an A in there, Steven.
That's right.
I knew there was an A.
I was preaching at Laurel Springs Baptist for a while here in town as well. So, like, everywhere that I work is around the vicinity, thank God.
Yeah, 5 minutes away.
Everything.
Yeah.
So,
which is great.
Being born and bred in South Jersey.
So let's talk about that, Steve. Let's talk about that. What are the challenges? Let's break it down this way. And try to put a positive spin on it. What are the drawbacks and the challenges of working the local church as opposed to being a traveling pastor?
Well, yeah, because these people you preach to are your neighbors. They live next door to you. They live across the street from you.
True.
So when I live next to the church, I'm adjacent. Our farm is back there. The church is there. We have a private road. Yeah. It's nice, beautiful property.
The church is on Stephen's residential property.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's funny. It looks like it's its own entity, but they smush together.
It's a great way to put it. They smush.
Right.
So you have a church building with a hall, which is beautiful, and then directly next to it, you'll see the farm. The farm is right on the church premises.
It's true. He's got chickens, corn. He's got all kinds of. You got chickens. Now, what other kind of livestock do you have right now?
Right now, 31 chickens. We have a new barn getting built right now.
Oh, okay, right.
Oh, wow.
The current barn is just a little too small for 31 chickens.
Yeah,
it's quite a bit. So
plus they're going to be safer inside.
Oh yes,
newer barn.
The newer barn, yeah. So it'll be good. But the challenge I would think is that you have to watch what you say. The thing is, I like to be real, and I tell people how it is, especially when it comes to liberals. They're not my favorite people.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Imagine.
So if you say something in public, and you'll talk to someone, let's just say something, you're a pastor. Pastor Steve talk like that. Why? I'm still a human being. I'm being honest.
Exactly.
When I talk about people that like to loot, riot, and burn businesses, but you're referring to certain. I said, no, I'm referring to anybody. And they need to be handled. The law needs. So anyway, That's the challenge. You just got to be
There's
careful.
plenty of blame to go around. It really is.
Oh, they love it.
Now, that's the challenges. Now, what about the other side of that coin, Pastor? What about the rewards of it?
So the rewards of it is I have a great faith community. I have really good people in that congregation. We're between Sunday and Wednesday night, we have about 30 people because different people come Wednesday
Different,
night.
yeah.
Come on Sunday.
Yeah. That's right. I'm one of them. I
You're
come
one of
on Wednesday, but I don't go on Sunday.
Right.
I'm going to try and change that. I am going to try and change that. I'm going to try and get out like every once in a while on the
It'll be
Sunday
great to have.
and make it a habit.
Yeah.
You know, that's the biggest thing about church. You got to make it habitual. You have to
Yeah.
keep
Right.
I've
Now,
been
Amelia,
blessed.
what about you? What let's talk about it's the time of the year to talk about faith and renewing stuff. So let's talk about you. What are
Okay.
you, Jeff and Joseph, doing to try to renew your energetic spirit and during these holidays?
More likely now starting to decorate the house, trying to get
Yeah.
into the spirit of
Okay,
things.
good.
But with the dog that kind of reaches the table now, it's kind of hard to keep stuff on the table.
Yeah.
And of
You
course,
have to doggy-proof the house now. Yeah.
we can't really keep a
Mhm.
tree right now. So we bought a little snowman that we're going to put outside.
Right.
So maybe get some lights outside. We
Yeah.
haven't done.
Right.
But and then maybe put the stockings up. I have some stockings that we put up every year and some lights around our little
Nice.
little
Well, good for
fireplace
you.
that we have that my
I did
mother-in-law
all
bought.
that last week.
Yeah.
I decorated the whole front of the church building, and I did my house. It looks great, but it's
Yeah.
a lot of work.
Anita did such a great job. It looks, my house looks like a Hallmark movie.
It's Better Homes and Gardens, this house.
Yeah.
We have some places out here that they had decorated. It's like
Yeah.
they went
It
all
really
out.
is. This house really needs to be in the magazine.
It belongs in a
It's
magazine.
like Better Homes and Gardens meets the Hallmark Channel.
Yeah, my
That's
brother-in-law.
actually pretty
Oh, yeah.
accurate. It is.
Yeah.
It's home.
We
It's
have a
welcome.
beautiful home.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
do.
And then you come downstairs and it looks like a bomb shelter.
My brother-in-law gets a
Tons
tree
and
every year, or he'll
It's
get
a
a white
man
tree.
cave. It's a man cave. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah.
really is. This is my,
Mhm.
I have, you understand something. For those of you married men that understand what I'm talking about, and I think you'll get where I'm going with this. My wife is the master of her domain,
Yeah.
which is the living room, bathroom, bedroom, kitchen, the hallway. That's her domain.
She'll decorate any way she wants.
Pretty much. Here's
Yeah.
what I have: the basement. Okay, I have my man cave, my television, my entertainment setup,
Mm-hmm.
which I have my DVD player.
Right.
I have my VHS players. I got some old shit under here too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
I've
still
got
VCR.
probably 300 or 400 movies over here. Probably got another 200 or 300 albums, and a bunch of books and all kinds.
Yeah.
But this is my cave,
It's
Right.
nice down here. It's good.
and I have my guitars down here, and I play with my guitars.
Yeah. My bathroom is more like ocean kind of sand stuff.
What
The
another guitar?
bedroom's okay.
Go look on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, pull it off there, Steve.
And then I have the kitchen's like wine, grapes, kind of things like that, and the dining room's like sunflowers. So yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
You're gonna laugh when I tell you.
Mark,
I know. I got that at Sam's Club.
get out, really?
I paid $33 for that.
Really?
Yep, $33, and I tuned it myself.
Hey, you got the capo on it too.
I bought 2 capos. I bought 2. I got a 2-pack. I got a 2-pack. I got one for that and one for the black guitar behind you there.
It's nice, actually.
Isn't that beautiful?
It's nice and light too.
It's made for it's actually made as a beginner guitar.
This is perfect for you. It's actually perfect for anybody. I play a little bit. I would tune it before. I'm not gonna play right now, but you can really do anything with this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it has a nice, and actually has a really good tone. Wood quality's good.
Yeah, it's really good quality
Really good
guitar.
quality. For 30
But you know
bucks.
what happened? It was marked down. It was marked down from 225
Wow.
down to half price, and then they took 30% off of that.
That's really good.
So I ended up paying like $34 for it.
Oh my, that's
Yeah, it's a.
Mhm.
You see that guitar there, the black one Amelia got me?
Yeah.
For my birthday?
Yeah.
That guitar. Now go pick that guitar up. Right?
this one's probably a little more weight to it.
Oh, yeah. Well, a lot more weight to it. Yeah. That's a great jazz guitar.
Yeah,
And that's what I do on that. I do my chords on that.
I see. Yeah, this one's smaller anyway.
Yeah.
But this one is. It's a heavy weight one.
Yeah, it sure is.
If you can see this one, they can see.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then
Mhm.
this. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah, those are my
This
guitars.
is the heavier. That's his.
Mhm.
These are his. They're great.
And I played them both.
Mhm.
That was
I was just surprised that you got all of that with it because I didn't actually see what was going to come with the
came
black
with
guitar.
everything, Amelia.
Uh-huh.
I have been bugging Anita. Every time when I laugh, I said to her, "Let's go to the Goodwill. I'm going to see if they have my electric guitar." She goes, "Shut up."
Uh-oh.
She goes, "You're not getting another guitar," and because they had an electric guitar there, like a really nice one,
Mhm.
but it needed strings. So all I had to do
Oh.
was buy strings for it.
Yeah.
But they sold it as is. It sold it as
Mhm.
is. Somebody bought. I think they said $75 they got for it
Oh,
at the Goodwill.
I
Right
bought-
up here on the pipe.
You want to hear a funny story? Is I almost got you an electric guitar.
Yeah,
Al.
yeah.
Almost got you an electric guitar.
Piano from there for her.
From the Goodwill.
From the Goodwill, the one over the old Pathmark over in
Mm-hmm.
Somerdale.
Yeah,
You know,
right here. It's right up the street.
Yeah, I bought my mom a
Wow.
nice Lester Betsy Ross spinet for her house.
Oh wow.
Well, you'd be surprised what you can find in those places. Oh my gosh.
And I hauled it home in my station wagon. I just
Mhm.
have to say, I'm my
I'll
country
tell you what,
squire.
There's nothing, especially this time of year. Let's talk. We can talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
This time of the year, I love to go walking around like the Goodwill,
Oh yes.
flea markets, thrift stores. I love that kind of stuff.
Mhm. Oh, absolutely.
It's amazing. I have to tell you that people don't know what they're throwing away
They
sometimes.
don't.
No.
They really don't.
And I'll tell you, I've gotten some really impressive stuff
Mm-hmm.
from people just not knowing what kind of treasure they really have.
Yes.
Because some of this stuff is valuable and some of it's just nostalgic.
Mm-hmm.
People love that. And you know,
Yeah.
even 50s models, like the 50s,
Mhm.
Yes.
people are doing their kitchen in 50s theme now.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
It's
Yeah.
back in. It's
And-
like I grew up in a house that was like that.
Oh, yeah,
It was
we
set back
know.
in time,
Remember
yeah.
those nice steel sturdy
Now-
tables? You can't find those anymore.
I spent more time at your house than I did mine.
And the way
I
my
did.
great grandmother was
Mhm.
her house, that place was set like it was back in the 50s.
Oh yeah, I remember those nice sturdy steel tables with
lie.
the steel. Yeah, you can't find those good tables anymore.
It was
Oh,
set back
man.
in the 50s still.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
where I like I said, I was looking for this guitar. I started looking 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I started looking for a guitar. And I find one I like, and then they would sell it. And I find another one I like. And as soon as I saw something I liked, it would go. But they would get
Okay,
guitars
yeah.
all the time, right?
Yeah.
I finally say, you know what? I'm
Mhm.
going to buy myself a guitar. And I never got to do that. But Amelia says, what do you want for your birthday? First thing out of my mouth was, want a guitar.
Yep.
But not thinking that she dummy over here would actually go and buy me one.
Wow.
Well.
Yeah.
That was nice. That was nice.
Mhm.
She had to spend a couple of $100 on that. I don't even know.
And I'm
But-
not gonna say.
Well, no, don't tell me.
Mm-mm.
Because I want to believe I'm worth a little bit.
I don't know.
He doesn't know. Look at him.
But I'll tell you what I spent on myself. I spent $34 on myself.
Maybe. Woohoo! Big
That's good to
step.
spend some
Yeah,
money on
big
yourself.
spend. Get your ass, brother.
I mean, it's
I'm-
good to spend money on yourself. Though. I mean, because why not?
You know, I'll tell you what.
That's
The
what I
best
did.
part of going to like thrift stores and flea market is that you find, like we were just talking about, the nostalgia factor.
Yeah.
I found.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I found something yesterday. No,
Right.
yesterday, the day before, Saturday.
Mhm.
My wife and I were, Anita and I were out. I can't even believe I even found this, but they have this game. It's coming back. Remember this game called Toss Across
Oh yes, I remember that.
with the bean bags?
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
coming back.
Really?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'll tell you what else is coming back. Twister.
Yeah.
Oh, we all remember Twister.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd probably get hurt now trying.
I would end up in the hospital trying to play Twister. You kidding?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I'll end up with my foot around my neck, you know?
I wouldn't be able to get back up if I played that game.
Yeah, no, me shit. No, I'm telling you, me too.
You know
Mhm.
what you do? You got to watch everybody else and say, ah, ha, ha, ha.
Yeah, I say I'll be the
Well,
person spinning for y'all.
places are great for old games. They're great
Mhm.
for those
Nice.
old nostalgic games.
Yeah.
God, that was that other one called the Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Remember them?
Mhm.
you
Oh
got-
yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yep. You pop
And
them in.
Hungry Hippos coming back. Remember that one?
They're all of
Yeah,
those
Rainbow.
games. They're still. Go to the Goodwill. Go
Yeah.
to any Goodwill, any flea market, anywhere.
Mhm.
You'll go
Oh.
nuts because they're all of the. We have a place here.
I went to the Mart tonight. That's where I was.
I'll
Oh,
tell
the
you
Berlin
someplace
Mart.
you'll get lost in. You and I should go sometime. I'll
Yeah.
show you.
Yeah.
There's a place. We were at the Mart this weekend. Nita and I were there yesterday.
Yeah.
Tell you what happened. There's a place not far from here, where I live here in New Jersey,
Mhm.
called the Carnival of Collectibles.
Mm.
Oh,
They have a
sounds like
website.
cool.
Go online and check it out sometime. It's called carnivalofcollectibles.com. And I'm going to tell you something. This place is literally, Pastor Steve, it's literally a time capsule.
Mm.
You walk into this place and you will think that you stepped back 30, 40 years. Honestly, it'll take you back to when you were like 5 or 6.
That's so cool.
It took me back to the fucking 60s,
Mhm.
you know, because I'm 64. I can't even believe I said 6. I'm 64, folks. Okay, I'm the old fart in the room.
You're 46.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
You'll reverse
take
it.
I'll
Mhm.
take it. So I end up. I went. It was in this place called Carnival of Collectibles, and I saw. Can you even believe it? I saw stuff that I haven't seen since I was like 5, 6 years old.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Like I'm talking about like the original Mr. Potato Head before they started messing around with him.
Oh yeah.
The original. And the original game called Operation, where you have to
Oh,
try to
wow.
take the thing out without it buzzing on you.
Oh yeah.
Doctor.
Yeah, right.
You have to have those steady hands. Just to...
Exactly. But they have the original game there.
That's so
Mhm.
You know, see, everything now is like a redo.
Yeah.
You
But-
notice that even when it comes to movies, and they
Yeah.
can never perfect them. I mean, look at the. I mean,
No.
do I need to go into any details?
Mhm.
To the point now, I mean, Santa Claus is Sinterklaas. We already know his origin.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Saint Nicholas, but now they've changed who Santa Claus is and what his appearance looks like.
Yeah.
Right.
Right? And
Mhm.
even to the fact of like they can never perfect everything they do today. They try to
Yeah.
redo what was already done.
Mhm.
You can't perfect that. You can't change that.
You
Try to
can't
modernize it, but
do
it's
what-
not working.
If you try to do what's already been done, you're wasting both your time and your energy
Exactly.
because it's a futile cause
Right?
to try to one up the original.
Can't do it.
Exactly.
I'll give you a perfect example. You know, one of the big things today, or actually has been for the last 20 years or so,
Mhm.
The big thing is to make sequels.
Oh God, no. Mm-mm.
Here's why they do that. Especially as now, follow me, folks. Especially if you do a film that makes a little bit of money at the box office.
Mhm.
Oh, well, it made $100 million. Well, guess what? We'll make a part two.
Mhm. Yeah.
But it doesn't work that way. I'll give you a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Rocky,
Yeah.
Rocky 2, Rocky 3, Rocky 4, Rocky 5,
5.
then Rocky Balboa, then Creed 2, then Creed 3. They all spring off the same franchise, right?
That's true.
Right.
Think
Actually,
about that.
Witnessed the filming of Rocky 5
Did you?
in South Philly.
In Philly, yeah.
Mhm.
Joey and I were walking over there, and Sylvester Stallone was just right out. We were walking on the side. It was during the Italian market scene.
Yeah.
I caught a glimpse of him.
It's funny because Sylvester Stallone was just in Philly last week.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah, because they had Rocky Day.
Oh,
Yeah.
They have the Rocky statue here in Philadelphia.
mhm.
It's a big tourist attraction. It's in front of, Amelia, the scene where Rocky runs up the steps.
Yes.
That's the Philadelphia Art Museum.
Mhm.
The Rocky statue is right in front
Yeah.
of the Philadelphia
That's
Art
true.
Museum. And everybody likes to run up the steps,
Just
do
like
it
in the movie.
did,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
But by the time they get to the top, they're winded because there's
They're
100
like,
steps.
right.
There's a
Am I
lot
lying?
of snow.
There's a
true.
lot of steps.
A lot of steps.
Right.
Yeah. And they're concrete steps and they hurt your feet a lot.
Mhm.
Yep.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
They need to put the statue of Mayor Rizzo back up.
Oh, Frank Rizzo.
That needs to go back up.
Well, Frank Rizzo.
Love
oh my
that man.
God.
Love
Mhm.
that guy.
Philadelphia had a mayor years ago. Oh, we got
Excellent
somebody
mayor.
in the chat with us. Who's in the chat tonight? Leon's here.
Hey, Leon.
Oh, here we go. Here you go. Leon says, I once got a 68 Mickey Mantle card for $3 at Goodwill. I hope
Wow.
you still have that card, brother.
I got something for you. I got a Robert E. Lee book of one of his signed copies. I spent 15 cents on at the Goodwill in Belmar, where
Wow.
they weigh stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I got almost $300 for it, and I sold it to the guy that's right on Blackwood Clementon Road.
Oh, my
My
gosh.
goodness.
Robert E. Lee.
Lee. And I
Holy
got almost
shit.
$300 for that. I paid 15 cents. They weigh. It was the Goodwill where they weigh.
Yeah, there's a
Couple years
Goodwill
ago.
we have here.
Mhm.
It's a bulk center.
Yep.
And, like the stuff is not on shelves. They're in big bins.
Mhm.
I've seen people literally dive into these
Yeah,
bins to get what
they
they
do.
want.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. The books are.
Strangest thing you'll ever see in your life.
They
Oh,
didn't
yes.
know what it was. And the girl literally said, oh, yeah, these, we have books and,
Listen to this one, Pastor Steve. Leon says, I got a 68 Mickey Mantle card for $3 at Goodwill. Sold it for $400 a year later.
Wow.
That's the way to
that's
do
the
it,
way to
Leon.
do it, man.
Absolutely.
That was good money. And I had
Oh God, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
please, sure.
but that that's a keep
We're
your
up.
eyes open and ears peeled.
Oh, you have to for sure. I'll tell you what I have something here that, and I'll show you here. I'm gonna let Pastor Steve and you talk for a minute because I have
Well,
to.
we're actually, if you want to go get it, we're up for a commercial break. You want to
You
go?
know what? We sure the hell are. How about that for timing?
Mhm.
Right?
Mhm.
Oh, well, you're finally doing the job tonight there, Pitbull. Here you go. We'll be right shut up, you. We'll be back.
I didn't say a word.
Step 1, train the people only to consume. Step 2, infiltrate adults with the news. Step 3, indoctrinate the children through the schools and the music and the apps on the phones that they use. Step 4, separate the right from the left. Step 5, separate the white from the black. Step 6, separate the rich from the poor. Use religion and equality to separate them more. Step 7, fabricate a problem, made a lie. Step 8, put it on the news every night. Step 9, when people start to fight and divide, take control. This is called situational design.
We've made iHeartRadio the fastest growing music app in the U.S. Why? Because we connect you to all of your favorite music and radio stations in one free app. And this fall, prepare to take control of how you listen to the radio.
Replay.
That song on your radio you just can't hear enough? Immediately replay and sing along again.
Save.
Save the music you love on the radio directly to your playlist.
Play.
Search for and play any song on demand.
Skip.
Unlimited skips.
Offline.
Take the music from your favorite stations offline. Introducing iHeartRadio Plus and iHeartRadio All Access. Your radio now on demand.
What's Buzz Podcast wants to welcome Radioactive FM 88.6 in Wellington, New Zealand, Radio Perth, Australia, and RTL Radio 102.5 in Milan, Italy. Welcome aboard, and welcome to The Buzz.
Hey Max, what's going on? I'm X, and from this moment on, I'm going to be your own personal AI DJ on Spotify. Let's go. Up next, I know you've been on a summer song kick lately, so I went back for some of your old summertime favorites. See if it warms you up. Next up, some of the music you had on a lot back in 2018.
Do you think of me? Walking out there.
All right, Max, let's get you out of your feels and switch up the vibe. You've been into dance music lately. I got this brand new release to get you moving. Introducing DJ, the best of Spotify made just for you, one tap away. Powered by AI, delivered by me, your very own DJ.
We are back with Pastor Steve the Rowdy Rev Kwiatkowski, Amelia the Pitbull Chapman, yours truly the Mad Dog, Angelo DeCipio. We are checking out something that I bought this at a bin, at a kind of like a grab bag bin, right? Mm-hmm. I didn't realize it when I bought it, but there's a signature on the back.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, it says Elvis Presley. But I've never had it looked at. I don't know if it's real.
You never know.
I don't know. I never.
Let me see something for a minute.
There you go. Have it. Yeah.
He could have maybe signed a few albums himself, autographed for some of the fans out there. And
let me see something.
Because you can see if it's stamped or you can see if it's photoshopped.
I'm going to check it out. He's got a pretty good eyeball.
Okay. And, a friend of mine, my daughter's, she went to a flea market with her daughter to cookbooks because they wanted to buy some cookbooks from Florida. And she opened up the cookbook and found $900 inside.
It's pretty, yeah, you know what? It's pretty close, too.
That's pretty legit.
Wow. You know what? This shit's pretty yeah. That's scary. Look at that, man.
Yeah. Is it like a marker? Could you?
No, it's a pen.
Pen. Then it is authentic. Then.
Wait a minute. Look at that. Right, and then look at Steve.
Oh wow, that is yes.
I've never had it appraised or looked at.
I would have it appraised.
Real. It has to be real.
It has to be with the pen.
I paid $3 for it in a bin. It was in a bin with a bunch of records.
I'm surprised that person didn't grab that themselves because a friend of mine, my daughter's, her and her mom.
How many records they had in this bin? Mm-hmm. You know how many people were just there were records. Mm-hmm. There must have been. I'm not even lying, Steve. If you know, I'm laughing because you know where I'm going to go. Do you know who Mitch Miller was?
Of course.
Okay.
Oh, you must have been a beautiful baby.
Go to the Goodwill. They must have 1,000
Mitch.
Yep.
That was
great. They probably just got the albums and said, here, $3, $3.
1,000 Ray Conniff albums. Oh, my God.
What about Engelbert Humperdinck?
Oh, my, please. There's got to be 500 Engelbert albums there.
They probably just grabbed a whole bunch of albums and just put them in the bin and say $3 in this.
What they do, go to the Goodwill, $1.
Yeah.
Any album you want, $1. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, a friend of mine found my daughter's best friend's mom found $900 in a cookbook once.
I'm going to tell you something funny. I went to.
We'll get some of those. You better
Yeah.
get that checked out.
That's crazy, brother.
Yeah.
I have. You know, it's funny because I have that album too. I was going to say. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Yeah. I mean, I have a considerable number of records because that's when I go out. That I look for records.
Yeah.
And I love gadgets like this kind of stuff here. I look for like microphones and stands and you know like shit like this, like headphones and
Yes.
I'm always looking for gadgets because I like to play with shit. You know, I do.
Yeah.
But my big thing is music, and I love to listen to music, old music that I grew up with.
Yeah.
But that's the kind of background I come from. My father used to sit in his basement and listen to his music. Now I'm doing the same thing in my house. But this is the kind of stuff that even if I got news for you, even if that's real, it's not going to change anything. You know why? Because invariably, all I'm going to do is take the album out and play it, and then I'm going to put it back.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sell it. My album, I've had it for ages and ages. I'll bet you I've had this album for 45 years, probably 50 years, easily.
Yeah. But
I bought this when I might have been, probably longer than that. I might have been about, I say I was probably around 13, 14 when I got this.
my parents got me the Grease soundtrack album. I have it, and I just, like you said, take it out to play the songs and put it back whenever I'm done. And it's a collector's item.
Well, I mean, I got a lot of collectors, but I play my collector stuff. You know what?
Me too.
Music is for it's to play it.
Exactly.
I have
John
1903 Rick Trolla.
Yeah.
In the living room. I still cranks on the side.
Yeah.
We have one of those too, and we have one of those old-timey phones.
I had that I regret getting rid of. I had an old honky-tonk upright piano.
Like the one I got.
Like the one you have, yes. I had a high back. Yeah. Like the one you have in the living room.
Yeah.
Exactly. I had exactly that.
They are.
And it had with it, you're going to love this, Steve. It had the automatic player motor with it.
Oh wow!
Like you could convert the piano to a player piano, where the keys would play. Yeah, the keys would play themselves.
Oh wow, that was nice.
What happened, Amelia? They sold these pianos years ago, called player pianos, and it would work kind of like a disc.
Yes.
It was inside. It was like a metal cylinder.
Yes.
Inside the piano, it would go around, and it would each time the key would hit a part of the spindle, it would correspond to another key on the board, on the keyboard.
The roll.
Yeah.
Yes.
The roll.
Oh yes.
But you hooked it up to a motor. But then if you took the motor out, you would play it like a regular piano. You could do it. I had one of them.
Awesome.
That's the only thing I had that I regret getting rid of.
Yeah, that would have been nice. You could have put that right in here too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one instrument I would have loved to learn to play is the piano.
Yeah.
Well, my mother played the piano. My father played the accordion.
Oh.
When I was growing up, I'm actually a drummer. I took drum lessons. I'm a drummer. But now, because I had an accident at work, and my car is, what do they say that? Your coordination. My coordination is way the hell off.
Nice.
That's why a guitar is better because I have more control of my finger than my wrist. Like I'm popping the drumstick.
Right.
But I tell you what, though. Leon's up here. Look. Oh, here we go. Oh, Cindy's there. Oh, a Mickey Mantle bass recorder is worth thousands of dollars, and many more are selling them for millions. Leon, What Cindy's trying
That's
to tell
right.
you is you got
Hey,
ripped
Cindy.
off.
Yes.
Cindy.
He prayed for Cindy. She did
Oh,
you know about
yeah.
her accident? You knew about that.
Yeah. Amelia, why don't you and Steve have a little conversation? I'm going to excuse
Okay.
myself.
Okay. Yeah, it's I know exactly what he's talking about because you get ripped off real easy, just like that TV show Pawn Stars. I don't know if you saw that. Yeah, it's I think he turned off your mic when he excused himself because I can't hear you. I don't know if you can hear me, but yeah. Yeah. And so anyway, people do get ripped off, so you got to be very careful with what you sell and to whom because they'll tell you one price and they'll turn around and sell it for a lot more. So you have to be very, very careful with what you sell and who do you sell it to.
What are you babbling about?
I was letting people know that whenever you sell to somebody something, you got to be very careful who you sell it to because that TV show Pawn Stars is another show that rips people off.
Oh, Pawn Stars, please. They've been in so much trouble. Please.
Mhm.
Please. That guy's been in and out of court like,
Oh God, yeah.
like a revolving door.
So you better be careful. Don't sell to people like that.
He rips people off beyond rips them off. Okay.
Yes.
Like crazy rip off. I'm gonna say something about that show. Do you know that many of the so-called deals on that show are scripted and rehearsed?
Yes.
Did you know that?
Yeah, they say
It's not a reality show.
No, it's not.
A lot of these people have been put up to doing that.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, and so be very careful when you take heed of a show like Pawn Stars because it's not all like legit like it's cracked up to be. It's really not.
They have like little signs that say, "Okay, this is your line right here," or you can read it like that if you forget what to say.
Shows like Pawn Stars, Counting Cars. Oh God, what else? Here's another one: Storage Wars. Okay,
Yes.
that show's completely scripted.
Is it?
Completely scripted. They want you to believe that these people are like really fighting and haggling over getting these, unclaimed storage bins. Please.
Yeah.
It's all. Remember what television is, folks.
Yes.
Ratings. It's all about ratings.
Ain't that the truth?
It's all
We
about
found out.
ratings. The almighty eyeball on the almighty tube.
Yes.
That's what it's
Found
about.
that out. And you, Pastor Steve, you were saying something about Cindy?
She fell off of a coral riser
Oh no.
last
Oh
week.
God, yeah.
And
Cindy.
she had some head trauma. In fact, she's home resting with a concussion.
Cindy, my
Cindy
prayers go
was
out to you.
rehearsing a play. She was in the chorus of this play, and she took a header off of the riser where the chorus stands,
Oh no.
and
Hit her head
fell
on
and
the
hit her
metal
head
pipe.
on the pipe.
Well, Cindy, my
Thank
prayers go out
God.
to you. Sending you hugs.
She
Okay.
avoided doing any serious damage, thank you God,
That's right.
because it could have been very bad if she had fallen just a hair the other way.
Yes.
So we'll keep Cindy in our prayers.
That's right.
Let's see. Leon, if you're still out there, you had said you ended up getting $400 for your Mickey Mantle. Why did you sell it to begin with, knowing that Mickey Mantle was such a high-profile card? Why would you do that, brother? Let
Could
me
have been in
know.
the thousands with that.
Yeah, I mean,
Absolutely.
big money. Mickey Mantle was like legend. I'll tell you what I regret. Here, I got one for you. Talking about Mickey Mantle, okay? 1987. 1987, Atlantic City, New Jersey. Can't make it up. Honestly, can't make it up. I met Joe DiMaggio
Nice.
at the greatest sports banquets legend. Okay? Joe DiMaggio. He signed an autograph for me. I had it for years until I moved. And all of a sudden, magically, it disappeared.
Oh my goodness.
Okay? Disappeared out of nowhere. I don't know who took it, where it went, but I had Joe DiMaggio's autograph. But here's the most important thing that they can't take from me. I shook his hand.
That's awesome.
And you can't. That's the guy who touched Marilyn Monroe's ass. And I shook his okay? Absolutely. That's as close to Marilyn as I got. Anyway. So Leon, I was out of work and he was. That explains that, Leon.
That's
You're out of
all
work
right.
and you need the money.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. What's that, Mill?
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do with certain things. You gotta sell it.
Absolutely, sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Pastor, let's talk a little bit about this holiday season.
Yeah.
Let's try. What can we do in the final few minutes of the show? 'Cause we have about 20 minutes left. I want you to talk for maybe like 5 or 6 minutes about what people can do this holiday season to make someone else's life a little better.
Well, there's joy in giving, isn't there? You ever, as Scripture teaches us, it's better to give than to receive. I think what we should really focus on this holiday season is not the commercialization. And I mean, I know that's, we always say that. Everybody always says that if you're a Christian, but it's the truth.
Right.
There are a lot of people that simply don't know Christ. And if we look at the greatest gift that's been given to mankind, that was the Savior of the world. Nothing physically can we truly give that would ever match up to what Christ has given the world if they would only accept him as Savior.
Yeah.
The thing is, we talk about having faith in the Lord, but, truly put it into action. If you see someone that doesn't have any food, you see someone that doesn't have any gift, take that extra step.
Buy something for them.
Buy something. And you know what? If they tell you no, make sure you buy it, send it to their house anonymously.
Yeah.
Or you say, oh, by the way, I think, somebody had given me this. Can you use it? But make sure you truly look after those that don't have much.
I'll tell you what I did last week, as a matter of fact, right after church last week.
Sure.
Our friend Tom gave me a big box of food.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know where it went? Right across the street to Doug and Ronnie and John.
Good.
Right across the street.
They were appreciative.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, they don't have much over there.
No.
I live across the street from three brothers who lost their 90-year-old father 3 or 4 years ago. And I mean, God bless them. I don't know how they do it, but they manage to keep it together. And they don't have much, but every once in a while, Anita and I will, at the holidays, we'll make them, a couple of platters to bring over, and
that's it. Yeah,
it doesn't take much.
No.
But here's the thing, and I just want to add to what Pastor Steve said. You can do that at the holidays, but don't forget, there are people in need all year long.
Exactly.
Exactly. So $5 ain't going to kill you. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to take a plastic bag. I want you to put a cheap blanket in it. Put a couple of bags of chips and pretzels in it.
Right.
Put a $5 bill in there. Okay? Put a can and a can opener in there. A can of raviolis. Throw a couple plastic forks in there. It's going to cost you about $20 tops, maybe.
Right, exactly.
To do all that. Because you can get a nice little blanket at the dollar store for like $5.
Exactly.
Okay? Or less. And put everything in this plastic and just give it to somebody that's homeless. Give it to somebody that needs, an extra blanket or an extra, something to eat for that day.
That's true.
Don't be afraid to give them money, even if it's a handful of change. Throw it in the bag with it. Trust me, I assure you when I say this, they'll find that money in there. Okay? You trust me, it'll come out. Well, I tell you what, Pastor, that's a pretty good advice. Amelia,
Yes.
what is your holiday advice for people?
I would say, of course, still, not just give during the holidays, of course, just give any time, because there's a place down here. It's Newport Richey. There's a long highway that people will put scarves or coats around this long, that silver metal thing that divides like the sidewalk.
Yeah.
And they'll put different scarves there for either whoever wants one. It says, please take, or coats, any blankets, anything like that. And you just take it if you need it.
What I just said with the plastic bag.
Yeah. And
put a blanket in it. Don't be afraid to go out and buy it. Go to the Goodwill and pay $5 for a coat.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hell of an idea. How far are you from Newport Richey?
About an hour. And then we also have a telephone pole around Zephyr Hills where I live, that they'll put scarves around the telephone pole for anybody because we have some homeless people that live around here. And
Benny the Bum lives in Newport Richey.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. There is.
Yeah.
And also too, there's people that'll sing for money. And I told myself there's a husband and a wife, and he plays the violin so beautifully, but he has this I guess this is speaker with sound, and he'll start playing the violin to whatever song it is. And I said, if I ever see this person, something tells me to give him some money, because I saw him with his wife.
Yeah.
And I hadn't seen him. And I said, whatever money, cash I have on me, I just happened to have a $20 bill with me.
Yeah.
I said, if I ever see them, something tells me to give them this money.
Yeah.
And I gave them money, and I had never seen them again after that.
You know why you have to do that? Because the Bible says, and I want to get this right. I want to make sure I get it right. Be generous to strangers, for in so doing, you may be entertaining angels unaware.
Yes.
The pastor did the scripture.
That's exactly right. You know what I mean? Like, welcome a stranger.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And do what hospitality.
Yeah.
That
happened to me at the Wawa. It's funny. Yeah. I don't usually get convicted about stuff, but I'm sitting there at the Wawa, and I went in for a cup of coffee, right?
The guy in the wheelchair outside? See him?
No, not the guy in the wheelchair. It was a young black guy that was really down on his luck, really down on his luck. And he asked me for some change, and I said, bro, I don't have any. I lied to him. I said, I don't have any change. And I sat there, and the Lord hit me so hard. I sat in my car and cried, because I did have change. I had about $6 or $7 in change.
Right. Yeah.
So you know what I did? I said, brother, come here. I said, put your hands in a cup like that. And I took the change purse out, and I emptied the whole thing into his hand. I said, here, here's about $7 there. He couldn't thank me enough. I said, don't try to shake my hand. You're going to lose your change.
Yeah. They appreciate anything like that.
Put it right in your pocket, And he did.
There's joy in giving.
And that to this day, that couple that I saw with that little girl, I have not seen them since. I gave them that, and I said, you know what? That could be an angel in disguise. It could be Jesus. You never know who could come down and visit us. Still,
you never know.
You never know.
This chat room here.
Yes.
Here you go. Cindy.
Oh, we're also going to be
Love a little late. Jesus.
Right.
Yep.
Cindy's your Love Life Jesus. She's got this. The shirt. I had that shirt on. I'm gonna start wearing that shirt more often too.
We're up for another break, real quick. If you want to play another break.
We do have time, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
We sure do. You know what? Why don't we do this? Ladies and gentlemen, Amelia's got a new show coming up in January. This is the sneak peek of what's coming up. Amelia?
Yes.
You got a lot of explaining to do here, kid. Here you go. We are back with Amelia, the Pitbull Chapman, Pastor Steve, the Rowdy Rev Kwiatkowski. I almost screwed that one up.
Pastor Steve.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
something like that, right?
Really the Mad Dog, Angela. So, Amelia,
Yes.
let's talk about this new gig you got coming up.
Uh-huh.
Tell
Yes.
everybody what this craziness is all about. This
The Ring the Bell show, we're going to be bringing back wrestling. And I don't mean sports entertainment, people. It's going to be a wrestling show. So get that right for a change, okay?
Ooh, listen to her.
Yes. It's going to be about the 80s and 90s wrestling. We're going to show you what wrestling is really about and what was supposed to be wrestling not then. It should be like now, but it's not, people. Okay? Get used to it.
Don't ask her to say that over again because I don't think she knows what the hell she's talking about.
Well, you know what wrestling is supposed to be like, but it's not like now.
I know what it's supposed to be, but it hasn't been that in like 50 years.
Exactly.
You
but,
know?
And our first show is going to be January the 10th, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern time.
Oh, hey, now listen, you got a fan already. Listen to this one. Leave it to Leon. I've been watching World Class. Leon, that's exactly what she's going to start talking about. The first show is going to be the Von Erich movie.
Yeah.
And you're going to talk about the World Class Days of Dallas and the Von Erichs.
The Iron Claw movie is a true story of the Von Erichs. We're going to be we're going to be talking about that movie and a little bit more about other wrestling, you know, hopefully maybe about different other states, but we're going to be focusing more of the Texas wrestling around the
Texas,
80s and
90s. Southwest, early the WWF,
yes,
the NWA, Georgia Championship Wrestling, Florida Championship Wrestling, some of the newer stuff that's happening now.
We'll
not
bring
a lot. There's not
Right.
a lot to talk about because it sucks really bad.
It does.
It's a horrible. I
It
don't even
is because people think of it as a sports entertainment, but it's really not. If you think about it,
supposed to be entertainment. It's supposed to be a fight.
yes.
But now look, if you happen to be entertained by a fight, then good for you.
Yeah.
But it's the whole idea is it's supposed to be like combat.
Right.
You know, good and evil, like Jesus and Satan. You know.
Yeah. And having the fans get into it like it used to be in the good old days, you know.
But
fans.
I understand. It's a I guess Leon just said something. It might be fighting words for you, Pitbull. Leon said he's a Freebird fan, so I don't know.
Well, let's see. Freebird, like Michael Pure.
The Von Erichs.
Well,
That's true.
Well, Michael P.S. Hayes, and the other ones. Let's see. P.S. What did I nickname him?
And Terry Gordy.
Let's see. What did I nickname Michael P.S. Hayes? Pure shit.
Pure shit. Purely sexy.
No, pure shit.
P.S. Hayes, purely sexy.
I called him pure shit.
Oh my God. Jeez.
Yeah. He was okay.
You got my co-host cussing on the air over here.
Yeah.
Damn.
Sorry, Pastor Steve. I'll say whatever you want me to do for repentance.
All right. Well, we got another thing. We got another show coming up.
Yes.
I have a major coup, and I want to tell everybody about this. It's really
wait! Before you do that, December 15th.
Oh, tell everyone.
Yes.
Tell everyone.
We have a great show. We have Johnny Whitaker on our show. He's actually going to be celebrating his birthday.
Family Affair.
Yes.
He is a child actor who you remember from Family in the Fair, Sigmund and the Sea Monster, The Land That Time Forgot, and let us not forget the Johnny Whitaker Show.
Yes.
On CBS Saturday mornings.
Yes.
And but you have to be my age to know that.
Actually, December 15th. And December 15th, it actually happens to be his birthday, so he'll be on the air.
He will be on the air with us for his birthday. Absolutely. Yeah. Now, are you done? Can I do this now?
Sure, you have my permission.
Thank you very much. Kiss my ass. Here, watch this. We have a show coming up and I want to talk to everybody about. We have an all-star show. January the 8th. I want you to hear me out because it's important. We have horror film director Glenn Martin joining us. And I said, Glenn, can you bring some of your friends on, maybe one or two guests that we could have, that are in the film with you? He says, yeah, I'll bring a couple of people with me. He's bringing the entire cast of the film.
Whoa.
All the actors in the film are going to be on the show, including from Eddie and the Cruisers, Michael Paré. From Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Robert Romanus. From Friday the 13th, Jennifer Blanco. From the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Beverly Randolph.
Yes.
Also, from the TV series Stranger Things. What is her name, please? Oh, Georgia Simmons.
Georgia Simmons.
Is it Georgia?
Georgia Simmons, yes.
Do I have you right, Georgia? I hope. No, Julie Riley.
Nice.
Julie Riley. Georgia Simmons has not yet been credited. However, she'll be here anyway. Oh, yeah, here you go. There's Julia Riley, Brian Saponis, Jennifer Blanco, Beverly Randolph, Robert Romanus, Glenn Martin, Michael Paré, and Georgia Simmons right there. There you go.
Awesome.
It's going to be a really, really interesting show. It's going to be a long show. It will be about a 2.5 hour show that night. And they have been incredibly generous with both their time and their energy. And they will be with us for the entire 2 hour show. We may have to lose one or two of them during the show. That's okay, though, because we're going to have plenty of people to talk about.
Yes.
And we're going to bring all of them back for their own show.
Yes, individually.
Okay.
That's great.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Amelia.
Yes.
We have anything else? Last minute stuff to talk about.
Well, of course.
What else is going
on December 18th and 19th, we'll be bringing our end of the year shows.
The best of, yes.
The best of, yes.
That
if we could
bring our last show before the new year.
Yes.
Our first show in the new year is January 8th. People have said, are you going to do an Elvis birthday tribute? No, we are not. We are no longer going to do an Elvis birthday tribute only because everybody and his brother is doing an Elvis birthday tribute. And I want to do a different kind of show.
Oh, absolutely.
Every year we do an Elvis tribute. And I'm Elvised out, I'll be honest with you.
You remember Melissa Roulette, the other amputee that we had on the show?
Remind me?
My Jeff's cousin, Melissa, the other amputee.
Oh,
that we had.
Melissa. Yeah. Go ahead. What about her?
She just became a grandmother for the first time.
Did she really?
Wow.
And of course, her daughter's real skinny. She gave birth to a 10-pound baby.
That's a football. That's like giving birth to a football.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Little boy. So congratulations, Melissa.
That's like passing a Virginia ham through your uterus. Holy shit.
Yeah. So congratulations, Melissa, I wanted to say on the air. So.
Yeah, exactly. Well, on that note, for Pastor Steve the Rowdy Rev Kwiatkowski, for the mouth of the South herself, Amelia the Pitbull Chapman, I am Angelo, the Mad Dog DeCipio. Till I see you again, which will be tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 Pacific, 6 Central, not sexual. We'll see you on What's the Buzz, America's Best Podcast. Take it easy. We'll see you tomorrow night. You're going to get me in trouble. Good night, folks.
I didn't do anything.